bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer. How are you today? Allie and Bert, we're back for another episode of Baking a Moment, and today I would like to talk to you about fudge. Alexa, pause. Candy making is big at the holiday season. Am I right? Bert says, I'm right. You're right. You're right, Merp. It's great because it's usually a pretty quick and easy process. The only possible downside is you have to be very precise when candy making, especially when it comes to the temperature. So I'm going to get into all of that with you and explain how you can get the best possible results with your homemade chocolate fudge, which, by the way, I think is a great addition to a cookie tray, just to kind of like fill in those little gaps. And it also makes a really nice homemade gift, a hostess gift if you're going to a lot of holiday parties, or a stocking stuffer, or something similar. Now, before we really dive in to the whole fudge discussion, I want to show you what landed on my doorstep just the other day. I've got two huge boxes here. I've only opened them a little bit just so that I could know that these are the right boxes, because right now I'm getting so many deliveries to my house with Christmas around the corner and all the presents that I've been ordering for people. So I've got these two huge boxes from a very special company, and this is going to be my first unboxing video. I've never done one of these before. Let's save that for the end of the video. And for now, let's talk about fudge. This is a chocolate fudge recipe. This is an older recipe that, once again, I would like to bring back to the forefront for the holiday season, because this is fudge time. It's fudge time, folks. Get on the fudge train. This is a very easy fudge recipe. You shouldn't have any trouble with this, especially if you have a instant read digital thermometer, which I highly recommend for anybody who likes to get into the kitchen and cook or bake. It's really kind of an invaluable tool, and they don't even really cost that much money. Like, you can probably get a really, I put a bobby pin in my hair. What was I thinking? She's gonna rip it out. So much for this do. You can get a digital thermometer for probably less than $25, and it is truly an invaluable tool, not just for candy making, but also for cooking. If you want to test the doneness of any kind of meat or poultry that you're cooking, this is a foolproof way to know that you're cooking things to the safe temperature and to the right temperature for the best possible result. So the first link you're going to see in the description here will be a direct link to the full recipe so you can save or print it. But I'm also going to put some other useful links in the description, namely a link for a digital instant read digital thermometer. To make this chocolate fudge recipe, you are only going to need 4 simple ingredients, and they're pretty much all pantry staples, so you're golden. The first ingredient is chocolate. Now, unless you're buying premium brand chocolate chips, I would say just leave the cheap stuff on the shelf. There are too many additives in there that could interfere with the final result of your fudge. Mainly what I'm talking about here is like stabilizers that help the chocolate chips to keep their shape when they're baked into cookies. But when you're melting chocolate, you don't want those stabilizers, because that's just going to make it harder for your chocolate to melt smoothly. So either really invest in high quality baking chips, or just use chocolate bars that have been roughly chopped. You're also going to need 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk. Make sure you're buying sweetened condensed milk and not evaporated milk. They're similar but not the same. Evaporated milk doesn't have any sugar in it, and we need that sugar in order to get our fudge to taste right and also to set up right. A little bit of kosher salt is going to make your chocolate fudge taste even chocolatier. And and a dash of vanilla extract. Same kind of thing. It just really complements the flavor of the chocolate. So the first thing you want to do is prep your pan. And this recipe can be made in a 9 by 9 inch pan. If you don't have a 9 by 9 inch pan, it's fine. You can really use any size pan you like. You just want to make sure that you're getting the thickness that you want out of your fudge. So if you want cubes that look like what you see in the photos here, then a 9 by 9 pan is the answer. And it doesn't matter what the material of the pan is. It can be glass, it can be metal, it can be stoneware. Whatever you happen to have in your cupboard, it won't make any difference because we're not baking it. That's right, this is a no-bake dessert recipe. Love it. You're gonna mist your pan with a little bit of nonstick spray. And I also like to line it with parchment paper just so that you have some handles on either side so that when the fudge has finished setting up, you can just lift it out and place it on a cutting board and cut it into squares. Really not a good idea to cut fudge right in the pan because it could damage your pan or your knife. Step 2 is just to start gently heating the chocolate, the condensed milk, and the salt. You want the chocolate to melt. You want everything to get nice and smooth with no lumps. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can either put it in a pot right on your stove over very low heat, or you can microwave it. I'm gonna talk about the pot on the stove method because that's my go-to. But if you want more details on how to make this fudge in the microwave, then just click on over to bakingamoment.com and I've got the whole how-to right there for you. So once the mixture is melted nice and smooth and you've been stirring it a lot the whole time so there's no like hot spots and cold spots in there, we want it to cook very evenly. Oh, there's the bobby pin. She got it. She got the bobby pin. Do you see that? She got it. So my hair probably looks a mess right about now, but whatever. I'm 50. IDGAF. Anymore. That's my mantra. Once everything is melted nice and smooth, now you're going to continue to cook it, and this is where your digital thermometer comes in. You're going to continue to cook it until it reaches a temperature of about 235, 240, somewhere in that range. This is known as the soft ball stage. And basically what happens when you cook sugar, the highest temperature that it reaches, that high point temperature, is going to determine what the final product is going to be like in terms of texture. So if you only cook it a little bit and it doesn't get super hot, then it's just going to be at what they call the thread stage. It's kind of like a saucy kind of a stage. You get it a little bit hotter and then you're going to hit the soft ball stage, the firm ball stage, the hard crack stage. And each one of these different stages is going to cool to a different consistency. So soft ball stage is going to cool to like a soft, chewy kind of a texture, which is what we want for fudge, right? Firm ball stage would be a little firmer. It's pretty basic, right? Hard crack stage, you're looking at like a hard candy. So this is why that digital thermometer really comes in so handy. You can know exactly what stage you're at and know that once you take that mixture off of the heat and pour it into the pan, as it cools, it's gonna set up really nice. So soft ball stage is what we're aiming for, my friend. Hit it somewhere between 235 and 240 degrees, taking into consideration that idea of carryover cooking, that yes, it will continue to increase in temperature even after you take it off the burner by a few degrees over the next few minutes. So once you hit that magic number, you take that pot right off the heat, immediately pour it into your prepped pan and just let it sit and cool. It should start to firm up almost immediately. After about 2 hours, it should be where it's gonna be. And that's your fudge. So let it cool. Grab it by those parchment paper handles on either side, lift it out onto a cutting board, and cut it into beautiful squares. It's gonna make your cookie tray so incredible. Who wouldn't love, like they're eating all these cookies, who wouldn't love to unearth a beautiful little nugget of chocolate fudge? So soft, so melt in your mouth, so rich, such a treat. You gotta do this. Right, Bert? We gotta do this. We gotta do this. It's so important. All right, so now let's get to the unboxing. This is so exciting. I'm so excited. It feels like Christmas morning. All right, what did Santa bring? This is a beautiful gift box that was sent to me from a company called Temp-tations. Temp-tations by Tara. What is it, Bert? What is our present? Ooh, tweet. Look what we got, Bert. It's a new silicone spatula. Thank you, Temp-tations by Tara. I never have enough of these. And a beautiful whisk. Another thing that you can never have too many of is good whisk. And I really love how this one, and Bert loves it too. I love how this one has a beautiful smooth wood handle and the metal is covered with silicone, so I know it's not gonna scratch my pan. What else is in here, Bert? Tweet. This looks like a really nice set of batter bowls. It's a nested set. Oh my gosh, it's so big. It's so pretty. So this has a Christmas theme on it. I hope the camera can pick this up. It's got beautiful evergreen trees and snowflakes, and it's really big. Very heavy and sturdy, and it's got a super flat bottom, so it's not gonna shimmy around on the counter as I'm mixing things in it. Oh, these are cute. Some more pretty bowls in a matching pattern. Again, we've got the pretty Christmas trees and the snowflakes, and there are 3 and they nest together, and I know I'm gonna get a ton of use out of these. And now for the big box. What do we have? Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Oh, it's another box! I love it! Thank you, JK. Alexa, unpause me. Is a fate, I'm yours. It's a cookie jar. What could be more perfect? Oh, this is so cute. It's a Christmas cookie jar. All right, let me tell you what I love about it already. It's got the same holiday pattern as the other bowls. It's in the shape of a Christmas ornament, or as they say in Britain, a bubble. The lid has a nice silicone gasket, so it's going to be airtight. It's going to keep all the air out and keep my cookies fresh. And I love the way it's kind of tilted. Can you see that? Can you see how it's going to sit on the counter at kind of an angle for easy access? Love it! Temp-tations by Tara. Thank you so much for sending me this awesome box of goodies, and I will include lots of info in the description if anybody is interested in maybe purchasing some of these items or checking out the Temp-tations by Tara line. I will make sure that I give you all the info you need to do that. Hope you love the fudge recipe. Hope you enjoyed watching me open some presents here, and please don't hesitate to click on over to bakingamoment.com. If you need more info about how to make this yummy fudge recipe, all your questions are probably already answered there. But if not, drop me a comment. I love hearing from you. I know we meant all good intentions. All right, enough of that nonsense. Enjoy. Happy holidays.